I had cool. I didn't know I was party host.
Oh, nice. Just like go.
Whoops. Let's update the stream. Okay, it's got Tiki versus TomikuS. For the stream title. Man, today's been a good one, guys. Thank you so much for the support again. Looking forward to seeing y'all in a couple days on Monday. If hopefully some more replays in there. I'm gonna try to join Andy Man depending on what my school schedule's like, and we'll get that going. Let me make sure to not forget to do the overlay again.
Yeah, we're going to have a good one Monday, too. I'm going to do a few extra since last Monday, 100,000 plus people in Denver did not have internet. I was one of those people, unfortunately.
Oh, no.
But that's all resolved, so we're going to have a really cool stream on Monday. Going to give away a game, maybe two. We'll see how crazy we get. I've already got a couple games lined up. So, yeah, definitely come tune in Monday. And join our Discord. That's how you find out about stuff like that.
Right, yeah. Just type in explanation Discord in chat. And go ahead and do it for you this time.
Oh, there we go. Join that.
Yep. All right,
anyway, we are on Abyssal Reef.
Yeah, give game one on Abyssal Reef. Under the sea.
Give this away.
Yeah, top left, our Protoss player in the green trunks. He's able to take 2 games off of Groovy Man, which is not an easy feat, ladies and gentlemen. It is CSI's Tiki.
And in the bottom right, his opponent, as the yellow Zerg player representing Deka. I hope I said that correctly. Is TomikuS.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw Groovy Man. I think Phoenix hopefully was watching. I think he was watching that game as well. That was when I was kind of like AFK and leaving and stuff, so I didn't actually catch it all. But his opponent did a crazy proxy factory or a barracks, and then floated the barracks in his main, made the reactor,
and then swapped out the factory.
Oh, wait, were
I saw
you in that one, right?
Yeah, I ended up casting that one.
Yeah. Sorry, that was like right as I was dealing with all sorts, and I kind of missed like most of that. So yeah, we've seen some awesome games out of him today.
Cool. Looks like
he's not here.
Yeah. He said he was going to try to cast. He said he's a little bit heated from the last game. He might be coming in and just kind of guest cast with us just for maybe try a game out with him. Maybe like last game of the finals or something. We'll see how that goes. I need to check my Discord again because I have all the notifications turned off because of the stream. But
you can ignore mine now. Mine were just to get me in here.
Right, I did see those.
My own way in.
You said check your PMs. So I looked at my Twitch PMs because I'm an idiot, and I was like, well, I don't have any PMs, Andy man.
I did say it in Twitch, so that makes sense. Anyway, PvZ here on Abyssal Reef. I love this map. Super fun. I've got a really cool intro, hopefully coming from this map, how the units float up to their death.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice. Third base looking like it's coming out of TomikuS down here on the bottom right.
Yeah, especially that I think I guess I missed it. I guess this probe was probably doing a little bit of shenanigans to force that second where it is.
Yep, just doing a little, the annoying probe harass, the dance around the base to be, haha, you can't place your base down, and then just barely slows down the Zerg, because of course they can just easily go take their third, which many do. So, no problem really, it seems, for TomikuS so far.
Right. Not afraid of showing his tech right away. Plants that Stargate directly under the Overlord. That's a pretty interesting move. I know in some of the games earlier, Siegfried was just like a ninja with dodging his tech choices away from the Zerg player. Tiki just a little bit more confident, saying, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. What are you gonna do about it? I don't care."
Yep. Using that as part of his wall, does want to have that walled off, as especially on the left side, there's a nice big spot for Zerglings to come in. First two are going to be coming in right now as the wall almost finishes. They are going to go through a little bit of a gap and get into the main, maybe get a couple probes here. Dep does pop out in time to hopefully deal with it, though.
Yeah, and then it's probably just going to get maybe one probe kill, maybe two.
One down. No, does save the second probe. Good save.
not too detrimental.
Get in there.
Yeah, especially with the Adept at home right now for the Zerg's home right now. Coming in, able to pick off a worker himself and able to get out alive. So a little bit more of a cost-efficient harass from the Protoss player.
Indeed.
Spore crawlers are going down in the main as well as in the second base, which I guess is in the typical third base position for our Zerg players. So it is anticipating this Oracle hitting very soon, which he is correct.
Yep, here it comes. The Dutt Oracle has been summoned, and across the map it shall go. Let's see how many kills this guy can get. I do love watching the Oracle do some work. Its laser beam is mighty powerful. How much damage does it do a shot? I forget.
I honestly don't know. I think at 2 shots a probe.
Yeah, pretty. Yep.
And I know with the shield battery test right now, the only reason I know that is because it now if there's a shield battery actively around a probe, it 4-shots it.
That's right. I forgot they're reintroducing that. I'm super excited to see that in gameplay.
Yeah. I think taking away their mothership core is the right move, but I'm not sure if the shield battery is the only change that's going to be helping that early game harass for Protoss. I think there should be a couple more additions as well, but I think it's an interesting unit. But even in Brood War where it originated, it's not used very often in professional play, so I hope it's not just kind of a flop, a little bit of a bust, and maybe it could be used in some like aggressive Archon pushes or something.
That would be really cool, because I've been using it a bunch. I've been playing through the Brood War campaign, and it is actually one of the most useful buildings in that campaign. You set that up for your forward attacks and such, and every time you just need to retreat a little to regroup, you just get a little shields.
Right. Oracles are coming in right now.
Retreat Oracles.
Yeah. Just getting three workers there. I'm happy they did the WCS Gameheart overlay for us.
Indeed. I didn't have that on a couple of my first games. Ooh, 4 Oracles, really getting heavy on the Oracle. Fine, 5th one, he's got 2 Stargates. I missed that second one up in his main base. Does have double Oracle production cranking out right now, so hopefully we'll work in some Zealots. Just getting the Forge, so we'll, again, hopefully get some Zealots with some ground upgrades to help against the Hydras that'll most likely be coming out.
Right.
Very soon. Yep, there's the Hydra list and finishing.
And this in the first game, the first series I casted was Siegfried and TomikuS. I'm just butchering this every time. I'm sure. I'm saying it. TomikuS.
That's how I would say it.
Yeah, I like that. I'm gonna forget that next time I say it, but I like it. But the Mass Oracle, but then he changed it up and just went into a really weird, or not weird, but a really good combination composition with just Phoenix, Archon, Zealot, Templar. Sort of build, and it really worked. And I think he was even shocked that he was able to beat Tommy. I was gonna call him Tommy for now on getting Tommy's build that first game. So this build does work against this Zerg player, but he also obviously just has practice against it. So you can see the struggle that I've had so far in the stream. English is a hard language, ladies and gentlemen. Some stasis wards coming down from our Protoss player, just anticipating these Zerglings coming through, knowing that he won't be able to kill them quick enough with the army he has at home. So just at least, even if that only separates 1 or 2 Zerglings off of this army, I mean this will get cleaned up pretty quick. But anticipating maybe more of an aggression than what's here. It's not a bad idea to have those forward positioned stasis wards.
Yeah, I love the Stasis Ward. It's been used a lot in a lot of pro games that I've been watching recently, and they have been used to great extent. They were actually joking about it in one game, saying like you could just cover the whole map in Stasis Wards because there's no time limit on them.
Right.
So you just fill the map, and it doesn't matter how many units you keep sending across, you just keep getting caught by all the Stasis Wards. And with this many Oracles, you can almost do something like that.
Right.
Fun stuff. Sorry, I went AFK for a minute there.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Planning dinner stuff, but I'm back.
Is it A-okay?
Oh my god, that's a lot of Oracles. Duttles, is Duttles still alive? Is he that wounded one?
No, there's one.
Kills,
The first Oracle passed.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, Duttorical. If anybody's new to this stream.
These ones are looking to avenge him. They're sharking around trying to find something, looking for something to revelate, even at the very least. They're going to see this 4th base.
You killed my friend, I'll show you. I'm going to expose you to the rest of my army.
Oh, yeah, he's actually just going to try to take down a base with this. Ooh, does have to pull back.
Huge Hydra count.
Gets out of there.
Might have not been the best call there because he just used so much of his energy to not even get anything accomplished. I mean, just getting a hatchery to half health is good, but those Oracles are just going to play such an important part in the fight that is guaranteed to be coming shortly.
Yeah,
and Storm is just now getting started, so those Oracles are going to be a huge contributor to this fight.
Well, maybe not if they get caught off guard with no energy by these Hydralisks.
Right, but it looks like he's making that as impossible as he can with this many.
A lot of stasis wards might help him out. Here we go. They're not going to separate. He's actually going to catch a large amount of Hydralisks with that.
And a Changeling.
No, I don't know how to say it. Now he is starting to send you. Oh, does he actually get 2 stasis wards with that one Zergling?
It looks like he
nope, that one
might have. Oh, this looks like this overcharge does come down. Chargelot's coming in, but these are infestors here. The huge fungal on the oracles, and then whatever's remaining isn't enough to clean this army up. But it's at least going to be the saving grace to at least get the rest of his army unstasis warded. But the Protoss player, regardless of fungal impressiveness, able to continue bulldozing through and is going into the other side of the map into looking like he's about to take another very good engagement.
Those charge lots, there they are. I was talking about them as support earlier. They are phenomenal at charging up and getting on top of those Hydras if there's not enough Baneling circling support. They're actually going to do a lot of work right now. Oracle's getting kind of microed back, but still picked off here and there. Doing pretty well for themselves. Might get the rest of these Hydralisks.
Right.
The Zealots and the Depths are going to fall back and regroup. Ooh, losing a lot of Oracles there.
Did TomikuS give himself a creep tumor that blocks his own hatchery? It looks like he might have. I guess we're in the 12 o'clock position of where the third sometimes goes.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Looks like it's a little bit in the way there. It would be easy enough. He just has to tack that real fast, and it'll be out of the way. What is Protoss gonna do from here? He has as I say, a fleet beacon comes down. Looks like he wants to switch into that ever so powerful air toss.
Yeah, we could see a Golden Armada, but I mean, he already has a Templar Archon kind of ability right now. He just didn't really make very many High Templars. I think only 3 on his forwardmost army with 1 Archon in there. And that could be enough to clean this up depending on how many charge. And he looks like he does have like 4 or 5 storms ready to go, so that should be enough to clean up this army. But it has to be it's going to be very micro intensive just because he's going to have to land these things absolutely perfectly. Loses 2 Oracles. He does not want to lose those. They weren't even getting a Revelation off. I think it's just a bad rally point there.
Oof. Nice storm coming down, gonna get all those Zergling Zealots starting to get bruised up. The Guardian Shield is popped to help reduce that Hydralisk damage coming in. Nice Revelation is gonna actually help with the high ground a little bit. Good storms going to zone out these Hydralisks so far.
Fantastic storms.
Gonna keep pressing the issue here. I don't know if he's gonna have enough to do it though. Needs to get some more reinforcements. Here we go, more Zealots streaming across the map right now.
Yeah, no Warp Prism in this army seems like a kind of an odd choice, because you'd think that he would want to be able to just keep the charge lot pressure going, because the Banelings are going to be there, but you can just warp in new charge lots. New Zerglings coming up have to turn into Banelings. Oh, High Templar getting these storms off, but get picked off right away by these Hydralisks. Very, just miss micromanage, I guess, in the positioning for our Protoss player. Loses extremely high value units. Good force field, though. It looks like he's going to sacrifice his natural here.
Yeah, he kind of has no choice. Oh, but now actually the Zealot's getting choked up in that little bottleneck. I was going to say they're doing their damnedest against the Hydralisks, but Hydralisks are actually able to clean a lot of this up and does manage to save the base with only 14 worker losses. Does have enough bases to replenish that relatively quickly.
Right.
So I think the TomikuS is going to hold.
Worker loss hitting 20 at this point. But yeah, it's
getting there.
It looked that looked like it was in a much worse situation for our Zerg player than it actually ended up being. But behind this, I mean, the Protoss player is neck and neck with bases with the Zerg, and we all know that is not the position you'd want to be as a Zerg player against the Protoss. You want to have a higher economy, you want to have a higher base count, and actually looks like he's getting a higher base count than the Zerg right now.
Yeah, that's definitely going to help him in this very near future.
Yeah, first carriers seem to be arriving.
Love the carrier. Such a cool looking unit.
Absolutely, especially the new war chest carrier skins. I just completed my the full quest yesterday, and so
nice.
I think
I haven't really looked into that. How do you do that?
It's not really a quest. You get experience through winning or losing games, just playing.
Nice.
So I finally got the last tier unlock. So I had the mothership core, and my goodness, that mothership core is beautiful.
Zergling's gonna get himself a kill in the mineral line, able to sneak in undetected. Was, I think, looking for stasis wards originally before he pushed in with anything, but managed to get himself a probe. Not bad. That's one probe that's not gonna go home to his kids tonight.
Those little robot kiddos.
Ooh, these cannons up just in time to start trying to defend the space. It is gonna maybe buy him enough time to get some units here. But do you think Zerg's gonna have enough to push it in? I don't think so.
Oh, these infestors coming out again, though. A couple infestors, Banelings is a really good layout. Oh, the infestors die almost right away, though. They do have a pretty decent fungal come down. Still, the carriers are here. Another shield level 1 upgrade coming up, so these interceptors and the carriers are going to be even a little bit tankier than they already are. These charge lots are probably going to fall right away. I think they're just there to slow the progression down from the Hydralisks.
Yeah, it's to keep those High Templars safe. If he has a couple Zealots charging forward, the High Templars can keep moving up and threatening them with the storm. But the second those are gone, Better back up. Does back up to his base here. Carriers are rebuilding their interceptors quite quickly, so he's almost full on those 4 carriers. 5 carriers now here. Jeez.
Yeah, 5 carriers and this many sentries and charge lots, and even the High Templar. As long as he has to be careful not to drop Storm on his own interceptors. Yeah. I saw Goblin do that the other day and still win the game, and he's like, I don't know how. He even came in the chat afterward that I don't know how I did that because I just killed all of my own interceptors from my carrier. Yeah. Oh, Mothership Core does arrive. So this is pretty much the nightmare whenever you have a lot of Hydras. It's pretty good against just Skytoss, but he has the other composition that you need to fight Hydras as well. So I'd like to see a tech change out of our Zerg player, maybe into something a little bit more, a lot maybe heavy Corruptors. Spire's only not even halfway done for him yet. So
yeah, he needed those Corruptors about 5 minutes ago.
Right.
When those carriers started popping out, and then he could have really done something about it. But this Golden Fleet, as you so adeptly called it, is massing up nicely.
Get it? Adeptly? Guys, because we're talking about Protoss.
You got it. You caught my pun. I'm trying the pun game. I'm trying. It's working.
Oh, guys, these storms just so good. Yeah, sorry that we were.
Protoss, once it gets to that stormy Archon carrier-y ball.
Whatever, he has the highest tier unit out of every possible. I think he's just missing a couple of Colossus. And he would have had it.
Well played.
Yeah, really good game. Solid game from Tiki. I mean, definitely not poorly played by TomikuS. I mean, that would have been over against so many other players so much quicker. But looks like we are going into game 2 of 5 here shortly.
I'm choosing dinner. I have the Bob's Burger Cookbook right here with me. It's a phenomenal book if any of you have not bought it yet on Amazon, and if you enjoy Bob's Burgers. It has all the burgers from the show and recipes on how to make them. It's all good stuff. Check it out. Thank you all again for joining us at the Duttles Open number 6. Yeah, 6.
Just kind
this is the biggest turnout yet, I think. Not as many players, but we're getting a lovely audience today. Thank you all for hanging out in the chat and watching some awesome games. Hopefully bringing you some high action, high intensity, jam-packed of awesomeness games.
Right, and if you are fans of the players, now that we have a little bit more of a specific match or specific play, you know where the money's going to be going. Feel free, please hit our Matcherino page up, and 75% of this is going into and 25% goes to second place. Sorry if I totally butchered that English sentence right there. So 75% of winnings go to first place, 25% go to second. If you want to contribute, and one of these guys is like, this is your favorite Zerg player, this is your favorite Protoss player, or even top 15, feel free to throw some money towards them, guys. All support is going to the players.
All this money goes to help this and fund other tournaments as well. Get more awesome players in here with that bribe of the awesome cash prize. I think I'm gonna do the Sweaty Palms burger for dinner.
That sounds amazing. I want that.
Season 2, Episode 8, Bad Tina. It has Parmesan, sliced hearts of palm, artichoke hearts, pitted Kalamata, I can't ever say that, Kalamata olives, a serrano chili, and basil, and balsamic vinegar. All sorts of crazy shit. I love olives though, so give it a whirl. Done the 50 ways to leave your guava burger. That was also phenomenal. It was like a guava barbecue sauce. Oh, sorry. Oh, I got you. I don't know. What happened, Siegfried? Oh, he's saying that he went to dinner. Why haven't? Now he watches the better players. Yeah, thanks for joining our Discord, Complacent. Glad to have you. Hopefully you're enjoying your time watching these awesome games. We'll have plenty more in the future. And we'll probably get you involved if you play. We love to do group events and whatnot.
Yeah, we don't mind that you're in the Dirty Guns and Roaches team. That's fine.
Is that who he is? No, that is the point of Mitosis Gaming. We are here to bring all teams together.
Yep.
In a way that they all don't hate each other. Oh, there was some salt going on between Coast and someone. Oh God, who was it?
Potato.
Who did he play? No, it was
Did Coast play today?
Oh no, I'm sorry, not Coast. Who were we just talking about earlier? My brain, I'm so out of it today. I've been having such a busy week at work, busy weeks.
Okay, so it really changed over. So we're going into game 2. Sorry to hear about your busy weeks, by the way.
Oh, no one cares about it. I don't care about it. I'm over it. We're here on Ascension to Ire, having a great time, enjoying our weekend. Up in the top left corner. Oh, sorry. Where are you going to?
No, by all means.
Top left corner. He is our teal Zerg player this time. He is TomikuS, unable to defeat that Golden Armada last time, unfortunately.
Speaking of Golden Armadas, the man who produced it, it is CSI Tiki. Yeah, so Siegfried asking what happened so far. It's been actually pretty, I wouldn't call it an upset because these players obviously deserve to be in the finals or at least semifinals of this tournament. They're both playing very, very well. Tiki ended up taking out Groovy Man, which I think wasn't a surprise. It's just not something I anticipated in a 2-0 scenario. Probably one of the best games of this, but besides, I mean, the first series that you yourself were in, Siegfried, not to, but I mean, cause besides those games were some of the best I casted. So the best game I've seen in the tournament, was probably going to be Groovy Man versus Tiki.
Yeah, that was good. I was able to catch a bit of those.
Yeah, so I mean, the amount of Marauders taking out, like, this, just the amount of units that died in that game was insane. But I mean, other than that, it's been pretty, just some pretty standard StarCraft games. A couple cheeses getting shut down, a couple cheeses working out well. You know, the usual.
Yeah. Oh, it was Groovy Man and Mr. L. They had some.
Yeah.
I guess Mr. L had blocked Groovy Man and because of the salt or something. I don't know. I just was over it.
Right. Yeah. A little bit of. Yeah. I was kind of seeing that a little bit of back and forth between those two players. Speaking of, I need to check with Groovy Man. I keep on forgetting to check my Discord after this game. I'm gonna see if I got any PMs from him. See if.
Yeah, he brought us some awesome games today. And thank you to all our players for signing up. You who makes this possible. Players bringing you this awesome content. We're just here to deliver it.
Right.
These players are the ones actually providing it. It's good stuff. All right, let's see what Tiki can do this time. Does have his natural expansion about to finish up. Needs to get that wall finished pretty soon here. No Zerglings are there just yet. Just now popping out on TomikuS' side of the map. What is TomikuS doing?
He is
speed things.
Right.
Can't tell where he's gonna go with this.
Yeah, it's why that initial scout for Zerg is literally just seeing, is there a spawning pool yet?
He's got some sort of time going on because he has one worker on gas right now, so that's just enough to get Zergling speed and like one other thing. Maybe he's gonna get an Evo chamber and one upgrade or something. I've seen a +1 Zergling speed timing. Do really well.
If it was 2 workers, I'd say it's going to be Baneling.
Oh, I bet he's doing drops. I bet he's going to do Zergling drops. That has been, I've seen that on this map.
Oh, yeah.
A few times. There's this big open area on the left side of Protoss' base. That is phenomenal for Zergling drops. So if it goes unscouted, that could do phenomenally well.
Right, and then if he lets them keep coming, Baneling drops in the mineral line. Oh, sweet Jesus. Going Stargate yet again from Tiki. Going for that standard Protoss open in a PvZ. It's going, gate, gas, expand, Stargate. Couple more gateways going down as well. Probably expecting a little bit of aggression, but nothing too crazy. I think that I think these players are both showing each other a little bit of respect and not cheesing each other, not just trying to end a game within the first 2 minutes or something like that.
Well, it's gotten quite hard to do that in StarCraft nowadays, from what I've noticed. There's just so many more defensive options and different things you can do, as all races, now, to really make sure that you can keep your bases a little safer and stay in the game a bit longer. Right. So, yeah. Just some awesome implements from Blizzard, I think. Oh, man, I just remember in Wings of Liberty, did you ever play multiplayer in that? You died all the time just like that because there's just nothing you had at home.
Right, because it's
free photon overcharge.
That's where Protoss 4-gated or died.
Yeah, pretty much. 4-gate or die. We should make that as a logo for My Toasted Gaming.
4-gate or die. I don't know. Then eventually, whenever I got to gold, I eventually found out 4-gating wasn't working quite as well.
Yeah.
So I started, because I think every single time somebody played me, they're like, "Oh, Protoss," so I'm going to expect gateway units, and that's it.
Yep. No, they've really changed things around. I think for the better. Makes games a little more interesting, lasts a little longer, gives the players a little bit more wiggle room to try some cheeky things.
By the way, I say I got into gold as if that was an accomplishment, but back in Wings of Liberty, I was pretty proud of being gold. I thought that was actually meant I knew that didn't mean I was good, but I thought that meant I didn't suck. Now I know that I sucked back then. It's fine. I can suck.
No, I got to low diamond in Wings of Liberty, but again, by pretty much 4-gating all the time.
Well, diamond was the highest rank back then for a while.
Was it really?
Yeah, they came out with masters and grandmasters in Wings of Liberty.
Yeah, it's whenever they had masters and grandmasters. That's when I got it. But I think that was still Wings of Liberty era.
Looks like these oracles almost hanging out in a little pervert spot is what I called pigs. They call it the other day. Getting some good damage in. Getting 6 workers killed so far. We're not in the game heart. I got spoiled from the last game with the game heart mod.
Yeah, I love that game heart mod. Oh, is it not in this one? They forget it. Son of a.
Well, I'm never inviting them back.
Yeah, these guys are both disqualified. We're done. We're done here. Oracle's coming in, doing that mass Oracle play again. Worked out quite well for him last time. Did end up losing pretty much all of them towards the end, but didn't matter. Now going to start trying to get some damage done. Not going to be able to with a couple queens and hydras though in the main. Doing a nice job defending. Zergling streaming across the map as well. Going to try to get some rope kills. Not a whole lot of defense. A few pylons just now finishing, but Mothership Core is way out of position to be able to overcharge that, I think. Where is the Mothership Core?
Does he even have one out?
No, he does not. There is no Mothership Core.
Wow, this is a ballsy all-in mass Oracle from our Protoss player. I think that Zergling drop we were talking about earlier would have been the perfect way to handle this. Just because, I mean, there would have been extremely limited defenses at home.
That's right. He's going to have a lot of adepts with resonating glaives very soon, and that's going to be able to nom through a lot of Zerglings. As long as, keep your minds out of the gutter, as long as he plugs his holes and keeps his walls defended nicely. 2 Banelings coming in. They're going to go straight for the mineral line. Tiki might not see this in time, and he's going to get a lot of kills. Whew! That was at least 8 kills or something. 11 total going down, so a lot.
He did not have that. He only had about 3 before that, so that is a crazy amount.
That's what I'm talking about. He left his hole open, and the Banelings got right in.
Really close to just flying right over those hydras. Fortunately, he was paying enough attention to it.
That's always scary to do. Here we go. Oracle's gonna get a nice queen, insta kill. Probably gonna get gonna be able to kill that spore crawler.
Oh, and plenty of workers coming down as well. There are plenty of hydras here, but I don't think it's enough to really. I mean, with the kind of engagement he wants, he does not want to lose any of these oracles right now. So he didn't want to take that, but he would have been able to clean up at least probably a good portion of that army before he even had to back off if he just committed to it.
No, I like his idea to move back. Because like you said, the second you start losing the oracles, this whole build depends on that giant oracle ball with a lot of energy. If you're engaging a bunch like he kind of did last time on that hatchery, you saw how it slowed him down a little bit with his oracle play in the main engagement. So it's super important to keep those alive. I agree with him pulling them back.
Oh, for sure. I mean, his decision making is going to be slightly better than mine.
Sometimes. I'd say 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. You're good. You're a good player. You're plat, right?
Oh, I'm good at macro player.
You got diamond, right?
No, I'm not. I never got diamond.
Thought you were diamond.
I got 1 game away, and then I lost 12 in a row.
That'll get you. It's alright. I like it in plat. I'm comfortable there because I can actually still win games.
Mm-hmm.
Start getting up into that diamond higher tier. It's like this. You actually have to play well.
What is reaction time?
Game, not just for parts of the game. You have to actually play the whole game well. That's hard.
Exactly.
It's hard to do. This is a hard game. Here we go. Big fight. Maybe going to happen in the middle. Stasis Ward is going to be able to finish. Might catch a lot of these hydras like it did last time. Oh, 1 Baneling going to split off and actually going to activate it. That's not a very good Stasis Ward.
Yeah, that is not what he wants. He wants to get at least a good fourth of those hydras somewhere blocked off to be able to take him out. The rest out with these adepts.
Yeah, he's doing a great job. He has that entire army revelated right now, so he's going to be able to keep nice tabs on it and hopefully set up his positions and other stasis wards in a proper spot. No more stasis ward coming down just yet. Where'd the oracles go? What are they doing? Oh, Baneling's coming into the base. He didn't plug the hole again. The hole is open. That's a lot.
Oh, and there's no reaction at all from the player.
They're all dead.
Oh, so many workers have died.
Oh,
Oh, the hot hole mineral line is gone, and even forcing the oracles to use energy on a pulsar beam, not what you want to be using your oracles on banelings that have already exploded.
Nice baneling hits. Here we go. Archon's gonna push forward. They're looking for vengeance. They're pissed about the workers getting killed. Innocent workers. Protoss don't stand for that. Nice revelation. Alright, both these players just dancing around each other. Both of them a little bit afraid to engage the other. That is a lot of adepts out of Tiki. If he's able to shade right on top of the Hydralisks, I think he can actually out DPS them.
I just feel like a Mutaplay would be the best defense against this right now, because I mean, it's just oracles. I mean, like, the Archons are definitely going to do a lot of damage to the Mutas, but if you micro them correctly around just the 2 that are available, I think it might be good. But it looks like Zerg for the first time is really going a huge push out. But Stasis Wards coming out, dividing those Zerglings up and taking out as much of these Stasis Wards as he can. But engagement coming in right now. Big force fields coming up. With the Banelings coming through, it looks like they're going to be getting some huge hits on these Adepts, cleaning up so many of those Adepts that were there earlier. Stasis Wards still trapping some of them, but not enough of this army that the Protoss player wants, and he's able to lose almost his entire ground army. I'm sorry, he does lose his entire ground army.
Yeah. No, the Stasis Ward's a little bit lackluster, unfortunately. Not able to pin as many units as he had hoped, and it looks like the Hydralisks are going to be able to just push right in here. Storm is not out in time. Seconds away from finishing. He's just going to tap out. Damn. Storm was so close. Hot damn, everybody. Hot damn.
Oh, well, we got Dark as a Void in here.
What's up, Dark?
Let me get, and also I think that's Volticus as well. Vutalisk, I'm sorry, not Volticus. Best of 5.
Hey, Vutalisk, what's up? How did we choose the name Mitosis? Because everything else was taken! And I watched a Star Trek episode that mentioned the word mitosis, and I put the 2 together, and from there on it's been magic. Just pure magic. Oh yeah, I'm watching these Stasis Wards again. Oh, nice. He was doing really good with those splits, able to minimize his units getting Stayside. Stasis seed?
Stayside sounds good.
Stayside. Whatever you want to call it. Gonna have hamburgers for dinner. Stoked!
Pretty jealous. I think I'm gonna have like a salad. I think is what my wife is whipping up downstairs. She asked me to get the cookbook, and I know exactly what's in that cookbook, and it's salad. So
yum. That's well, you can make it. Actually, my brother's girlfriend is like a salad genius. She makes some of the most delicious salads I think I've ever eaten in my life. Like, I can't even describe them. They're just so fucking good. And yeah, usually I'm like, meh, salad.
I just swallowed air down the wrong hole. It probably looked great on camera.
Better than salad, huh?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, that sucks. Just throw some bacon on it. It'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I think last time we had a salad, it was like a prosciutto.
Ooh.
Oh, let me get Alad to get you in here. You need to just try to hop in game right away whenever they invite me.
Yeah, I'm here. They just invited. GG! I love it. He did the, he's got a little tasteless GG icon.
Awesome.
Did you see that?
GG!
Yeah, you do it best. It's tasteless wardies. Oh, yeah, and feel free again, go check out the Matcherino page. One of these 2 players is going to walk out of here with a nice chunk of change thanks to your guys' contributions. So I'm going to go ahead and link that one more time. Gonna plug for some money here. It's not for us, it is for these awesome players bringing you these awesome games. It'll help continue to do so in the future. So if you got some extra money, feel free to go throw these guys a few bucks. It'd be appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we are hopping to game number 3, if I am not mistaken. Like your guitars, man. Your lighting's different. What'd you do? Something's different about.
I just moved my camera around a little bit.
Oh, okay, yeah, the camera's totally different angle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like a totally different room now. It's weird. No, see, like it looked much longer. It's so weird how it does that. It looked much longer the way you used to have it. Like the room looked bigger.
I think it's 1-1 now, right?
Yep, 1-1 currently between these 2 players in the bottom left corner. Not able to defend his honor in the last game. Did not have Storm out in time. See if he can get it out this time. He is Tiki. Gonna most likely need that storm. It worked out really well for him in the first game. Let's see if he can whip that into the play of this game.
Right, and in the top right, blue Zerg player in the slightly less baby blue than the Protoss of the previous game, previous series we saw. It is TomikuS. A really, really good timing attack with those Hydras last game. Able to find that opening at just the right time. Probe not in time to deny the second. Acolyte's a pretty big map. Pretty hard to get there in time.
Yeah, I like this map. Not a lot of drop spaces behind your... I mean, there is kind of, but it's easy enough to defend with Stalkers. You can still hit the units. There's not enough dead airspace that those damn Banshees and dropships can get behind your base. I'm a Protoss, so I get bitter about that kind of thing.
Right,
sometimes.
But at the same time, having your natural and your third on different sides of your main like that, it does create a very... plenty of opportunity for multi-prong attacks. So you have to be, if you're an F2 A mover like myself, it's this map can be very difficult. But I enjoy the late game on this.
I've actually seen some players, instead of getting even that, mostly Zerg, but I've seen it once or twice from some of the weirder plays, but you actually get your second, your natural, just right here in the natural, and then you get your third out where you would get your third. So you just kind of ignore your pocket expansion for the first little while. And it kind of clusters your bases a little more in a straight line towards the enemy, if that makes sense. So I feel like it's a little easier to jump back and forth from there than it is all the way from your pocket expansion to your second natural. Maybe that's just me. That's just how I feel. My feelings are my own. This probe gonna run back home a little wounded. Poor guy got beat up. Probably just got into a little fight with the drone. Nothing major.
Right, he's gonna go let his mom know. He has a little black circuit. It's gonna be like, hey, like it's okay, mom. I need more lunch money, but I brought this mineral.
Yeah, 3 bases is easy for Protoss, says Vita. You are correct. This is pretty. Whichever third you take, it's pretty good for Protoss.
Yeah, this is definitely this is definitely a sky toss heavy map for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. He'll probably, if he has the time, work into that again. He was a little bit, his build was a little bit slower, it seemed like last time, but it seemed like he was working into the same thing. Get the High Templars, then get up into the Fleet Beacon, all that. Getting taken out by a nice push. Looks TomikuS just getting his speed, is just now starting. RoboBay also coming down for Tiki in the wall.
The supply block has gotta hurt though, because the Stalker's able to pick off both of these Overlords. Front facing. So, I mean, 38 out of 26 is going to be quite a bit of mineral spent. But he has been droning up pretty well. So, honestly, it shouldn't be too long before he can get that. As I speak, he's already out of the supply block. Not as early of a third as I would expect from our Protoss player. I'm sure it's going to be coming pretty shortly, but looks like he hasn't even gone into his actual natural expansion.
You don't have left-handed guitars, do you?
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. I guess on your stream they all look like left-handed guitars.
Yeah, my camera's inverted.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, I actually flipped mine because I got sick of I'd like try to point to the Discord link while my camera was up, but it'd always go the other way. So I just flipped it around.
It's just easier to use it as kind of like a communication if you're looking at it and whenever it's inverted.
Yeah.
Because it's like looking at a mirror instead of looking at a.
Yeah, exactly. Can't wait for this Warp Prism to get into play here. He's going to be warping in some Dark Templars very soon. Going to hopefully be trying to get some damage on. There are Spore Crawlers already in all 3 bases, though, or our Zerg player, so I don't think they're going to be that effective. Might just want to go straight into the Archon drops, because those can do quite well. We'll see. One Zergling going to start poking away. Look at this brave little guy. Like, I'm going to take down your ball.
Warp Prism is showing up, and that was spotted by a Zergling earlier. So, TomikuS, Tommy, hey Tommy the Zerg gun is gonna be anticipating this coming.
We're not calling him Tommy. I refuse. Here we go. For Dark Templar coming in, they will be able to get some kills. That Spore Crawler is going to dissuade him from going in, though. We'll be able to do some fancy little micro. Ooh, does lose one. Yeah, right away. That Queen able to do a lot of work. Nice pickoff is going to slow this down a little bit. Might warp in a bit. Yep, here we go. Just turning it into the Archon Harass. We'll get one more DT, morph into an Archon, go in and get some drone kills. Man, DTs are so badass.
Yeah, Blink DTs just look so cool. That animation they do.
I wish more people did Blink DT. I don't
It's
see that enough.
right. This is kind of like not as it's cool, but I think I guess it got nerfed. I don't remember when it came out the kind of damage
It's
it did.
cute
But
to get in and like snipe a base or something, but the second it fails, you're just fucked as Protoss.
mm-hmm.
It's such an investment. So yeah, I guess it's one of those things. High risk, high reward. Here we go. Archon's gonna start holding down the front line. Gonna be able to. I thought they were gonna shell away a little bit more before he got out of there. They can tear through some Zerglings. There we go. He's gonna start doing his fancy drop. Micro gonna be able to start pulling him back one at a time. Splash damage does crazy damage to these Zerglings. Is gonna have to cancel base. Loses the drone. So nice pressure from Tiki, really keeping his Zerg opponent busy, keeping that larva spent on units, not on workers.
Especially because TomikuS has pretty much faced a Stargate opener against every Protoss opponent he's seen for the most part that I've seen, or something else a little bit cheekier. But having, I think, one Robo open, but he hasn't had this kind of Archon, DT drop so early on.
Big push coming across the map, though, has 2 Archons morphed up, 2 in the War Prism. Maybe send those around as the main attack happens. Oh, no, just going to drop them in here. Oh, he needs to be careful, though. Wants to group up all his units before he gives word that he's attacking. Might just start moving in. Going to start moving in, getting some creep tumors, perhaps. But a big attack from Tiki coming down right here, right now. My gosh, the Hydralisks are in position. They're going to start shelling away the Zealots. Zealots don't have charge. So, oh, no, I'm sorry. They do have charge. Just those ones were on cooldown. They are going to be able to hop on top of these Hydralisks while the Archons keep shelling away. One Immortal shooting from the back as well. Does really good damage as long as it's not exposed. Uh-oh, might need to pull back.
Yeah, the War Prism Micro just almost there in time to save one of the Archons, but it looks like he did lose 2 of them in that engagement. Chargelot's coming in and taking some of these shots, but instead of kind of a bad angle, so the Archons aren't able to get shots in behind them. So he is pushed away. He's going to lose a couple more Chargelots, maybe not devastating. Hopefully this, for the Protoss players' sake, I think this Immortal needs to get out of there. But if you're going to take an engagement, this is the...
Hey guys, where are you going?
Right. Oh, hey guys, Hydras, huh? Cool. See you later.
He was the slow Immortal. It's all right. He wouldn't have done so well anyway. Oh, there's Archons running for his life. Might get picked off by a couple Zerglings. He's going to get a couple shots off and try to save himself, but does end up losing his life in the end.
Their lives, I guess you could say.
Their life, yeah. That was like 2 souls lost there. These Hydralisks coming in for the counter-attack. He has to ferry his units over the wall because he doesn't have enough room to get him inside.
Oh, Cybercore dropping is very painful for him. I mean, fortunately, he did go for charge instead of going for the glaives in this situation, but losing that production is still going to hurt in the future if you're trying to build go into a Stargate transition. You have to build that Cyber first. Not good for Protoss.
TomikuS killing it, saying, let me open that wall up for you so you can get your units through. I think this might be the final push. TomikuS going for the throat right now. Charizard's trying to come in. Immortal's shooting, killing a lot of the Banelings, but I think the Hydralisks are just going to be able to DPS them down once they can hop on top, which is going to be very soon here.
Yeah, 10 workers getting killed by that Baneling rush, Baneling push as well. Doesn't feel good for that, right? Oh, that War Prism dropping as well might be the jugular, as we could say. Because now he's not able to pick up these Immortals and do as much damage as he can, so the versatility between what he can do with this small army has completely vanished.
Yeah, he's microing his heart out, is able to pick off Hydras here and there. Keeping those Immortals alive is crucial to this, but there's an Overseer here, so those Archons or DTs aren't going to do much. Nice save of them, turning them into Archons just in time. And if they're actually able to morph up, but they're not going to.
One of them will.
One might.
And with that +2 damage stopping right away, and he's able to push his way... push away just so.
Yeah, but look at this reinforcement wave of Zerglings coming across the map. That's going to be enough to, I think, get in here. Surround those Immortals, cinch the victory, taking game number 3. Looks like Probes might have to get into the fight here if he wants to have any chance of staying in this, but at that point, they're pretty much dead. Base will fall. Not looking good for our Protoss players. Spire coming in now, as you requested.
Yeah, and a fourth base dropping behind all of this, so it's going to be a 2-base Protoss oversaturated and losing minerals. Only 8 available worker spots, pretty much. Doing some long-distance mining, pretty risky. Pretty risky.
Yeah, but you have to take risks to be able to even stay in it at this point. Losing that base so important. Like you said, 4 to 2 bases right now. Zerka's going to be able to take over the map. There's not a whole lot Tiki can do about it. More units just streaming across everywhere. Ugh. What a nightmare scenario for Protoss. Does have 4 Archons, but... How did that... Oh, I was like, how'd that Hydra get up there? Just walked up, I guess. Alright, might see one more fight. He actually might have enough to push this away one more time. 5 Archons, 2 Immortals ain't nothing to with.
Right. I mean, I think his fear for that overcharge, I mean, there's only 2 pylons. It would actually be really easy for him to get up this ramp and pick that off earlier. He might have waited just a bit too long. I'm not saying that he won't be able to end the game right now with this push, but it won't be as easy as it initially would have been. Because all he's doing is allowing these Archons, and especially these Immortals, taking the high ground and popping off on these Hydras.
He's just going for the contain right now. Knows he can't push up that ramp without getting absolutely obliterated and then potentially being vulnerable to the counterattack. So just doing a good job of keeping Tiki on his 2 bases. He's just gonna hopefully make more bases and get more units. Duttles now coming out.
Yeah.
5 Archons. I don't know.
You know, but I heard
out of this yet.
Back in high school they used to call him 2-base Tiki. Oh, these mutas is doing so much damage, but...
oh, no, pushing down the ramp. I don't know if that's the best choice. 2 Archons getting picked off immediately. Charge Lot's getting blocked off from getting into the main fight. And that little surround was going to just be too much.
GG is called, and looks like we're going into game 4 here.
Game
very shortly.
4. Best of 5. Excellent. Yeah, I forgot which it was. Game 4. Excellent. We are TomikuS Gaming. You were watching the Duttles Open 6. If you're just tuning in, where the hell were you? You've missed some awesome games so far. Right. We'll have the replays up online, though. You can check it out, and you can also check out future tournaments. Just give it a little follow up there. That little button that says follow, click it. We have our Matcherino as well. Duttles just linked for you. Give that a whirl if you want to help contribute, or save your money for the next one. That's okay, too. However you want to help out. It's always appreciated. The mutas will harass to death. Nope, they're not even going to get in the fight. Did they even get in the fight?
Oh, they harassed a lot.
Oh, I missed them completely. I was watching the front. Derping off. Oh, yeah, wow. Look at all these probes going down. Oh, yeah, it was right as he pushed down the thing and died. Okay. So it was just right at the end there. And also, join our Discord. If you have not already.
Yep.
Sure, there's a couple of you in here just lurking that haven't joined the Discord yet. If you're into a group play or a fun gaming community, then you should join. We host awesome events like this, as well as many other things in the future.
And if you want to get your replay casted, feel free to hop in and throw it our way. We have a room in the Discord just for that. Anyman takes the lead on those particular events.
I'm gonna have a fun show on Monday too. I've got a new little segment. So in between games, I'm planning on featuring various streamers because I want to make this part of the TomikuS Gaming thing that we help out. Newer streamers trying to get their follows and trying to get a more of a fan base. So I'll feature cool moments of whatever game they play and just have little highlights and show who the streamer is so they can get some publicity. Essentially, free publicity. That's what we're all about here. So yeah, tune in this Monday to replay Happy Hour. Find out all about it at the Discord, but let's get into this game. Game number 4 on Mech Depot LE. Ain't gonna see no mech here.
No, well, unless, of course, they fly over the mech buildings that are part of the map.
Well, okay, yeah, you'll see the tech that's already here, but you will not see any new tech coming in.
So let's get in this going.
Not tech.
In the bottom left are in the light blue. Currently up 2-1 is TomikuS. TomikuS. Hey everybody, it's Tomiki.
Tomiki. Can I join twice? We wish you could join twice, Lord of Terrans. You could leave and then join again. That would technically be joining twice, I suppose. Groovy Man apparently has the best replay to cast as well. We'll get it if you haven't posted it, which I think you already have. Put it up there, and I'll try to feature it on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get as many different people as I can, maybe up to 8 games on Monday. So we'll see what happens.
Right. And I'm totally stealing this introduction from you unless you already did it. I'm sorry if you did. But anyway, in the top right, in the green, it is two-base Tiki.
Two-base Tiki. Nah, I'm dropping the ball here. I haven't eaten in like
7 days.
Yeah, well, and I'm dealing with asbestos is our newest issue in my apartment. So we're having to educate people because now it's a legal issue because we know, so we have to inform other people, and we're just kind of trying to get everybody on the same page so nobody dies of cancer in 20 years.
Right.
It's a lot to do.
Yeah, asbestos is a big deal, especially for anything that was built a while ago. So you guys thought you just came here for StarCraft, but you're also here to learn.
You're here to learn that Zergling are a lot to deal with, especially when they have speed. I think they're even worse than asbestos.
Yeah, I think I would rather tackle some insulation that wasn't done properly because of the lack of knowledge of what asbestos does back in the day than Zerglings. I would rather deal with that.
Oh, did you? I'm assuming you watched the Brood War intro when you played it. The first scene where the guy's just sitting down there listening to his tunes before all the Zerglings coming to rip him off.
They're just like in a truck, right?
Yeah. Oh no, that's one of the later scenes. The two guys, Lester and what's his name? Yeah, that's a later one. It's a Zerglin. What's he doing out this far?
Right.
But yeah, these Zerglings are actually pretty far outside of their home base themselves. They're going to be coming up, doing a little bit of scouting. Might get themselves a probe as well. Tiki needs to pull some probes into action here. There we go. One probe almost gonna get killed. Gonna go straight up into the adept. Oh, wiggles by. Skinny Zerglings, they were working out. They got through that, no problem.
I totally missed that. I was getting a little ADD on my observing.
That's fine. Didn't miss much. Zergling got killed. Two overlords are, oh my god, a lot of Zerglings. Pneumatized Carapace. Is that new? Yeah, Pneumatized Carapace. Two overlords coming in. This Stalker's actually going to see it though, so he might know that these drops are coming down. He sees the fast overlords, and hopefully he can get a response in time because that is a lot of Zerglings streaming across the map right now. That's a lot of Zerglings, Lester.
Yeah, Lester? Well, I hear you.
Two adepts at the front little wall to hold. He's going to have to pull all these probes, and he's going to have to pull them now. They're going to get caught. These Zerglings actually just going straight up for the main wall. One Oracle's going to start.
Going straight in the mineral line, though. It looks like they're going to be able to hit. He's going straight for the throat again. He wants to end this game as early as possible, killing almost 14, 15, 15, almost 15 Zergling probes do die to these Zerglings. That is just catastrophic. He hasn't been probing super heavily, droning super heavily behind this though. But these with the constant reinforcement of Zerglings in, he's looking to end the game with this push. Mothership Core comes out just in time to at least push this away as much as possible. But it looks like a Queen drop coming in too, saying I don't care about your Oracles or Mothership Core. Mothership Core a little bit miss micro there, almost he just winged it out.
I've been seeing that a lot in some pro games too. This Queen drop shenanigans. I totally forgot about that. It works well. They're just such a nice tank against these adepts, especially Protoss is now on one base. He just doesn't have a lot of DPS in his army. He has three adepts, 2 oracles, and a stalker right now. There's not a whole lot to deal with this Zerg army.
So I think apparently Tiki's name, according to chat, does not come from his high school nickname, 2-Base Tiki. So thank you.
That's not where Tiki's name comes from.
I don't even know if that's what they're referring to.
I heard it from a pretty reputable source.
Right, they were like, hey, yeah, just look out for that Protoss player on the EU ladder. He's 2-Base Tiki.
2-Base. He's gonna get famous and have this nickname. He's like, why do people call me that?
Right, he's like, I get a third base all the time. So whatever, 2-Base Tiki.
And everyone will last. Why did they call this guy 2-Base Tiki? I don't get it.
Oh, I think this drop that you're looking for is about to happen. I think he's probably gonna go Banelings is what I would do.
He's on 2-Base. He's 2-Base Tiki. I don't see what the problem is.
Right.
Always getting that second base.
But yeah, I think this is gonna be a Bane drop. Nope, it's not gonna be a Bane drop unless he drops these down and turns them into Banelings. He's getting the Zerglings. Nice. That's what I think it would get more damage done because I think he would probably just wants to hit the worker count right now. With 26 workers in this mineral line, you could do so much damage with Banelings.
Workers gonna get caught almost off guard by these oracles. And this does get a couple transferring. Nice pickup, actually picks him up in the Overlord to save him. Oh wow, there's one more.
I'm sorry, missed that, folks. But hopefully a little radio commentary from Andy Man on what was going on.
There we go. Here's these Banelings morphing in. Let's focus our attention back there. Swivel that camera back around, if you will.
Back around.
We're gonna see some explosions. We're gonna see a lot of dead probes. We've seen Tiki not respawn in time before. Let's see if he can do it this time. It's now. Oh my God, almost.
Oh, it does get 5, but not as much as he'd want. 6 down. It looks like he's trying to go for that other juicy spot, but he's not going to be able to do it the rest of these guys. Overcharge is thrown. 10 total killed.
This Zergling's still getting work done. 2 more Zerg, 12. So actually, this lasting a little bit longer than it should have. An initial nice split from Tiki. Does lose 14 probes in the end. That's actually pretty bad. But he's going to counterattack.
Right, there's only 9. Well, 9 queens is a lot. Let's see this, but he only has queens at home to clean this up. These oracles are going to be able to come in and help this out tremendously with this adepts. Zerglings do finish and pop out in time. They're dropping pretty quickly though, and these oracles also running low on energy. And GG is called. I think that's it. TomikuS takes the finals.
Yeah. Those force fields were almost enough to keep the Zerglings out. Little gap allowed them to stream in slowly. Adepts had just a little bit too much. Beautiful game out of both these players. TomikuS taking it 3-1. He is the winner.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that sums up our the Duttles Open number 6. Looks like we are. I thank y'all so much for stopping by. You know, I'm willing to play a couple games here in a minute, maybe do something. But it is 6 o'clock, so I know my wife's probably pretty hungry. So I'm probably gonna grab some dinner, and I might be back tonight to play some games with you guys.
Oh, and welcome Dark as the Void and